Alright, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling. We talk about all the action inside and outside the ring, backstage curtain calls, rumors, dramas, and updates. We talk about contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings. We talk about injury updates and active statuses of superstars. We talk about WWE, to AEW, to New Japan Professional Wrestling, to Stardom, to the GCW. If it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show, 1010%. So make sure you Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show so you guys can get some cool notifications whenever we all decide to go live. All right, just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We had our WWE Smackdown review. We had our WWE Monday Night Raw sneak peek. We also talked about WWE NXT Deadline. And now we're going to talk about some WWE NXT call-ups confirmed for this transfer portal, for this new superstar shakeup. We're going to talk about it now. And we hope, since the last thing didn't really pop up, hopefully this thing pops up well. All right, so WWE Transfer Portal has been announced on WWE Smackdown this past Friday night. A lot of people are super excited. I am so interested to see this new superstar shakeup that's going to usher in this new era of professional wrestling in 2025. A lot of people possibly think we can get a whole new draft. We can get an absolute WWE draft starting fresh, which is, I feel like it could be appropriate, but then again, Netflix is huge. It's a huge streaming conglomerate. I feel like a lot of WWE viewers, at least in my perspective, is going to look at, Cody Rhodes drafted in Monday Night Raw, maybe CM Punk, Roman Reigns, they're going to be like, all right. So now they're stacking up Monday Night Raw because it's Netflix? Why is that fair? Why is that cool? Why do people who refuse to, connect to the streaming service, or maybe people who refuse to, to get on YouTube TV or Sling or anything that, broadcasts the USA Network on Friday Night SmackDown? There's always going to be those haters. There's always going to be that outside perspective. There's always going to be somebody disagreeing with, with somebody's take. So the best thing to do, you have chemistry, you have storylines going on both of their respective brands. So the best thing to do is just to add a little bit of flavor. Add a little bit of new flavor. Take away, bring in some, and it's going to be, it's going to be brand new. It's going to be great. And I feel like right now you're going to see a lot of great talent come to Raw. You're going to see a lot of great talent come to SmackDown. And for me, I don't know why. Maybe this might be my own personal opinion. I don't think anybody should touch NXT. I'm sorry. I feel like right now with their, with the men, oh my God, especially with the women. With the women, it's absolutely, it's great. It's great. The NXT women's division is literally the best women's wrestling in the history of professional wrestling. It's that damn good. And you have an amazing champion like Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is literally, guys, she's running the gauntlet. You have WWE signing all these national wrestling stars like Jordynne Grace, like Zarya, like Stephanie Vaquer, like Julia, and they're pushing her toward Roxanne Perez, and Roxanne Perez is like, oh, okay, cool, thank you for just doing this for me. Yay. But it sucks, but that just proves why she's probably one of the best, if not the best, women's wrestler in the whole entire nation right now. And, it sucks for Roxanne, but then again, it's very good. She's 23 years old, so this is a great way for, hey, dude, honestly, if it doesn't work out in WWE, this whole slate that you're going through right now is going to stay on your record for the rest of your career. So maybe you could perhaps kind of ink new contracts. Maybe you can leverage and kind of manipulate new contracts with you, whether they got an agent or not. Roxanne Perez could possibly be like the new Mercedes Moné of professional wrestling. Maybe she can, be that, that Monet. Just kidding. But, she's going to get a lot of money. She's going to get a lot of money because, literally, she's the future of WWE. That's something that Triple H and Shawn Michaels obviously agree on. That's something that I agree on. And I've been watching wrestling my whole entire life, through the attitude era, through the ruthless aggression era. I've seen it all. And Roxanne Perez definitely is something to be taken serious. She's going to be literally a WWE Women's Champion. She's going to be a WWE Hall of Famer, no doubt. out. So without further ado, let's talk about some of these NXT call-ups. Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Ethan Page. Ethan Page is going to WWE Monday Night Raw. Right there. Flat out, I'm going to call it. After NXT deadline, you kind of had him, with an interview backstage, and he feels like, he's kind of accomplished everything in NXT already, and he's been on the roster for like 6 short months. Like, he was immersed into the World Heavyweight title picture immediately, and he won the title, and he represented the title as a heel pretty damn well. And I'm honestly, Oba Femi winning that, Iron Survivor match kind of cemented that Ethan Page is probably going to find himself on WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. That's how powerful, the Oba Femi thing could possibly be. Maybe then you're going to see Wesley kind of come at it. And then maybe, you're going to see Javon Evans. But you have Ethan Page, he's tried a couple of times. He's great. He would be an amazing, absolutely stellar WWE United States champion or an Intercontinental champion. Obviously, he would eventually work his way up to becoming someone like, Cody Rhodes or somebody like Gunther. They're waiting for that new flavor. Maybe somehow, some way, Gunther finds himself on SmackDown where Ethan Page wins the World Heavyweight Championship and then he represents the brand there. For me, I was like, what? Why not put it on Finn Balor? Have Gunther start fresh on SmackDown? Because right now, this Gunther character, he puts on great matches. And honestly, if I had to put the belt on anybody on the Monday Night Raw roster, it would probably be Gunther. But right now, he just doesn't. Maybe because we've already kind of seen him with this long 666-day reign as the Intercontinental Champion. And I know the World Heavyweight Championship is different, obviously, prestige. But, I feel like it's just been one big title reign. And I know I probably won't make sense. And I know that you guys are probably looking at me kind of be like, Eric, have you really been a wrestling fan since you were like 5 years old? Yes. I don't know why. I feel like the whole reign has been just like this long, it's this whole line. But, I feel like it needs a new flavor. Either Gunther is, terrorizing the Intercontinental Championship, the mid-card picture, or he's terrorizing the main event card. But on WWE Monday Night Raw, you don't really have any main eventers. I'm sorry. Gunther's probably the next best thing. That's why when John Cena comes back for his retirement tour, it's gonna be cool. It wouldn't surprise me if you see Randy Orton find his way onto WWE. Honestly, it wouldn't damn surprise me if you see Gunther and Cody Rhodes just basically swap. Cody Rhodes comes to Monday Night Raw, which he's done with the bloodline. I don't think we're going to see Cody versus Roman Reigns Part 3 for at least another year or a year and a half. We're not going to get that final thing because through established storylines, you have about 4.5 months to build up if Roman Reigns wants to, take on Cody Rhodes and run. At this point, it doesn't seem like it's gelling. Doesn't really seem like it makes sense. Right now, Roman Reigns is going to, when I think Roman Reigns, obviously, in my opinion, when I think Roman Reigns, I think about him taking on Solo Sikoa for the Uno Fala. Also, when The Rock comes back, you kind of have him and Roman Reigns airing out their dirty laundry in the family to kind of take on right there. Like I said, I'm not, I anticipate seeing Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 3 probably in maybe 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, maybe. No, not 5. Not 4. 3 is pushing it. 2 years seems ideal. 1 year seems absolutely forced. We're not going to see Cody Rhodes take on Roman Reigns anytime soon. Nathan Fraser and Axiom, these guys could definitely be called up to the WWE Monday Night Raw, main roster. I feel like it's great for them. I feel like both of them are absolutely electric. Monday Night Raw, the tag team division, it's stale. It's I don't like it. Same could go with, obviously provided since Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin showed up, their Motor City Machine Guns. They kind of rejuvenated that tag team division on SmackDown. But Monday Night Raw needs something different. JD McDonough and Finn Balor being the champions, they're that heel champion. So, have them be that heel champion. But the War Raiders, it's all right. Who else besides the War Raiders? It's nuts. This new day and age of the New Day, well, not the New Day. We're gonna get Woods and Xavier, not Xavier Woods. We're gonna get Woods and Kingston. With this brand new persona, we're gonna find out. With them, we have the LWO. Obviously, it's I don't know. It seems a little dry. Would be awesome to see them on WWE Monday Night Raw. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson metaphor. Lash Legend speaks within herself. She's definitely one of the most impressive women I've seen on WWE, not just NXT, SmackDown, or Raw. Just in all of professional wrestling. This girl is special. She has the strength. She has the momentum. She has the fan. She has the name, image, likeness. Jakara Jackson, obviously, as her right-hand woman. Metaphor could definitely make it here. And then you have Noam Dar, all them Noam Dar, ever since 205 kind of dipped out, when he came to the main roster, didn't really seem like he fit. We have Oro Mensah that could possibly, make, they can pay dividends. But, I would love to see Jakara Jackson and Last Legend. The No Quarter Catch crew. The No Quarter Catch crew coming to, somewhere like SmackDown would be badass. You have one more tag team to kind of enter that division, especially with the injury of Tungaloa. We're not going to see Tama Tonga and Tungaloa tag team to try to compete for those tag team titles anymore. At this point, I know you're thinking, oh, why not just put Jacob with Tama Tonga? No, Jacob can't do that. Of course, maybe WWE might push it, but Jacob is destined for more than that. He's better than that. And, I'm not trying to sound stubborn. I'm just trying to say, as a wrestling fan, if you see somebody with the likes of Jacob Fatu come into the tag team division, the team with Tama Tonga, I think it'll ruin the tag team division. And that's why I feel like it'd be great to kind of bring the No Quarter Catch crew. Chase U, when Rich Holland challenged Mr. Andre Chase for basically Chase U, he said Chase U would have to disband on NXT. He said on NXT, and then when you had that promo with Andre Chase packing up all this stuff, and then you saw him, and then you heard a voice, it's hey, Mr. Chase. Maybe perhaps that could be Nick Aldis, maybe perhaps that could be Adam Pearce reaching out to him and be you know what? On Raw, on SmackDown, you guys don't have to disband. You guys don't have to do this. Would love to see myself some Thea Hale on SmackDown or Raw. Riley Osborne, and of course the MVP, Duke Hudson. Would love to see these guys back together. I don't think JCU could ever prosper on their own. And I'm not trying to sound mean, but I feel like they belong together. We belong together. Anyways, Gallus of NXT. Maybe they find themselves into this new badass, relentless, cutthroat faction with the returning Drew McIntyre. This is something that, obviously a lot of WWE fans have been playing with. Gallus, former NXT Tag Team Champions. These guys literally, Coffee, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Been being under the radar for quite some time on WWE since he paid such dividends when he returned, and then he kind of fizzled out. So maybe he can get some newer opportunities on WWE NXT. Who knows? Oba Femi, like I said, whoever wins out of the match between Trick Williams and Oba Femi will obviously stay on NXT. Whoever loses could possibly find themselves on Raw or SmackDown. When Roxanne Perez, if and only if she drops the belt, obviously they're giving Julia a second stint. They're giving her a second chance at the WWE NXT Women's World Heavyweight Championship for a reason. Maybe we could see WWE, like Triple H Paul Levesque said, like WWE President Nick Khan said, maybe we could see WWE going more international. Putting the belt on Julia seems great. And then that explains the reason why they have been holding Stephanie Vaquer going up against Julia in a battle for quite some time. And of course with Roxanne Perez is Cora Jade. Notice that I did not take more than 3 women's superstars from NXT because this NXT women's division is so great. It's to the point where literally I feel like the women's division, you can't touch it. I feel like you cannot touch the NXT women's division. And if you do, you have the possibility of screwing things up. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, guys, so we do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our 5th and final segment. We got Rey Fenix of AEW talking about some unjust treatment, talking about how AEW's Tony Khan treated him inhumanely in terms of medical issues. So we're going to talk about that when we come back. So, hey, do not go anywhere.